What's good, guys? Welcome back to All About Arsenal. And today, yes, I am back. I'm back with a bang because it was Arsenal 4, Spurs 1. And you know, I was just about to say Spurs 0 because that's what it should have been. However, there was a brilliant goal, a bit of a freak fluke goal, but still a good goal by Richarlison, the thug who always likes to, provoke players. But Arsenal were able to rise above that. And it was, and I love saying this word, an emphatic victory. From start to finish, Arsenal dominated the game. Spurs only had one shot throughout the whole game. They had 0.07 XG, which just goes to show you how dominant Arsenal were. A lot of people are going to say that Spurs were crap. Spurs were not playing well. We know that, but that's what Arsenal do. This is not the first time that Arsenal have basically suffocated and subjected teams to hardly no possession and hardly no shots. This is why this Arsenal team is dangerous. You have to remember what we did to Man City. Man City came to the Emirates and they did a 5-5 formation. That is how scared they were to play against Arsenal. No team has ever made Pep Guardiola do that. That goes to show you the respect levels that Arsenal have. And one of the things I have to notice today, even though it was an amazing performance, yes, we'll talk about the goal scorers, but people like Marino, Saka, they had great games. But I want to say to all the haters out there, no set piece goals. So now, what are the haters now going to say? Because the narrative before was that because Arsenal can only score by set pieces, it is not sustainable. We can't sustain it in the long run because you can't keep doing the same thing. But guess what? No set piece goals today, and the goals were brilliant. All of them in their own right. Arsenal in the first half, in the first 3 minutes, a lovely chip by Eze. Look at that. I'm stumbling over my words. I'm so excited. By Eze. Lovely chip. Through ball chip into Rice. That was in the third minute or second minute. It was the second minute, 37 seconds. Rice hit it straight at the keeper. That could have been the opening goal for me. And what a goal, an assist and goal by Declan Rice that could have been. But it just wasn't meant to be. Arsenal started off thick, we started off fast. I was particularly paying attention to Marino because there was a lot of talk that Victor Gyökeres might be back. But Marino, I was very impressed. He provided the assist for the first goal. But Marino was dropping into pockets of space, occupying space where the midfield of Tottenham were all over the place. So he was taking the initiative. He would drop in deep, pick up the ball and begin to link up play well on that right-hand side. The way Saka and Timber defend and both attack. Those guys are like twins. You thought the combination between Ben White and Saka was amazing. That was good. But this has gone up a notch. When we're talking about defensively, nobody can operate down that right-hand side. Even on the left-hand side with Calafiori and Trossard. But Saka and Timber are a wonderful combination. A lot of the rivals are thinking that it's probably going to be over next, very soon by next week. And Chelsea are in Arsenal's way. If Arsenal can overcome Chelsea, which they can, there was a stat, and Sky Sports was showing, and I wish I had it on my screen, I'll try and get it. And basically the stat was showing teams that had an 8 to 9 point lead after the first 12 games went on to win the league. It was a stat that was proven. So if Arsenal can get past Chelsea next week, Sunday, and this was always going to be a difficult week. This week, I said, listen, we have to get past the Burnleys, the Sunderlands. And Sunderland, we dropped 2 points, but we came back with an emphatic victory. I said to a lot of my friends in my group chat, this game was super important this week because we got Spurs, we got Bayern, who are probably, next to Arsenal, are probably the best team in Europe. Let's be honest, right now, which teams are better than Bayern and Arsenal? I mean better on the day, pound for pound. You probably got the best two teams in Europe that are going to be going up against each other at the Emirates. So I do slightly favour Arsenal, but it's going to be a tough game. Then we have Chelsea away. Chelsea are sitting in second place, 6 points behind Arsenal. They are going to be up for that match, believing they can get something out of it. I fancy Arsenal because of experience. Arsenal are a hard team to break down. Arsenal defended so well today. Spurs only got that goal because of a mistake by Martin Zubimendi. If not for that, Spurs did not have a sniff. Arsenal won all the second balls. We were so aggressive against them. They tried to go man-to-man. It didn't quite work against Arsenal. They tried to play a 5-4-1. 5 at the back. Arsenal just ripped them apart. We were able to get space in the middle. That's why Eberechi Eze was able to cook. A lot of teams will now see that and begin to think, okay, Arsenal have to snuff at that danger, but we're dangerous through the flanks as well. Trossard was amazing today. He got the opening goal, and what an assist by Mikel Merino. A similar type of overhead chip that Eze did for Rice in the first opening 3 minutes. Merino scooped it over the players. We were finding pockets of space and playing between the lines. And the way, the control, the techers that Trossard and Saka have, they are such good controllers of the ball, is mad. The way Trossard was able to take down the ball and you thought, oh, is he going to be able to get a shot away? Swiveled and shot, took a slight deflection, but guess what? People often say in life, you make your own luck. And that's exactly what Trossard did. Made his own luck and boom. Bob was definitely his uncle, and I won't mention the other ones, which is supposed to be his auntie, but you know where I'm going. 1-0 to Arsenal. The second goal was worked down the right-hand side, and this was a great link up between, I believe, Saka, Zubimendi, and Timber. And Timber, tell me in the comments, who do you think in the world? Probably some people might say Hakimi. Who's the best right back right now? Who's better than Timber? Attacking and defensive. Timber can occupy space, clever on the ball, knows how to attack. I think he's the best right back in the world right now. If you disagree, let me know who is better. Not on par, but better. Right? Then Eze finds himself. Eze was finding so much space today. Eze takes it down. I think he got the passport. He got the ball passed back to him by Rice, right in the center. The way he was able to control the ball, fend off about 2 players, shot, another slight deflection, but you make your luck. 2-0. Went into halftime and I thought, this is brilliant. Because you don't want to kind of concede and make it 2-1 because Spurs are going to come out with some fire. Spurs came out and you can see, I forgot who they took off, but they brought on Xavi Simons. Now Spurs fans can see the difference between Xavi and Eze. Glaring difference, and I'm happy Eze had such an emphatic game because now Spurs fans will know that, listen, we lost a great one. And I love the way they interviewed Eze at the end because obviously me, I'm a man of faith. If you don't know, the reason I'm like this today, normally I'll be in a hoodie or Arsenal type of attire. I was coming back from church and you see I'm in my Sunday best, looking good, looking suave. And he made a wonderful statement that he prayed for this hat-trick. He prayed and his faith was rewarded. And I respect that highly. And I'm so happy he was so open about his faith because I love that. I love radical faith. Second half, and I think it was a minute into it, Eze picks up the ball again. Same pockets of space. He wasn't getting picked up because the Spurs fans were so worried about the runs of Timber and Saka behind them. Eze finds space and is brilliant what he was doing. Second shot, straight down the right-hand corner of the goal. And then Spurs came back with that free goal from Richarlison. Mistake by Zubimendi. And I've got to give Richarlison his ratings. Hit it first time. He chipped Raya. It was a great goal. Barring the outcome of that game, that would have been probably a contender for goal of the season. But because of the circumstances, nobody's really talking about the goal. Eze picks up the ball once again. He gets it from Trossard, assist from Trossard. And the composure of this last finish. This was the bottom right-hand corner. Sorry, the second one was the left-hand corner. And he was shooting left and right foot and he was scoring. And the ease, he almost had a fourth. But remember, he said he prayed for a hat-trick and that's what he got. Do you see what I'm saying? He prayed and he got what he prayed for. But it was a great performance by Arsenal. And that fourth goal just sealed it. After that, Arsenal were just playing the ball amongst each other. Hey, ole, ole, ole. And you could tell that Spurs had nothing to offer. And some people say that Spurs have been terrible. But this is the same Spurs who beat Man City 2-0 away at the Etihad. So I'm not going to have that, to be honest. Arsenal are just the strongest team. Strongest squad, strongest team. And a lot of teams will fare them. It'd be good to see what Chelsea try and do against Arsenal. But if they open up, Arsenal are going to punish them. That's why Arsenal's so good. Now we can play against low blocks. We've got a lot of weaponry in our arsenal. And once again, I love to echo this. No set piece goals. So for all the haters that saying we can only score by set pieces, hold that. Hold that nicely. Hold it tight and let it be warm. Not that. So now Arsenal 6 points clear. Arsenal have a real opportunity. By the end of this week, people could be saying by next Sunday, by this time next Sunday, I believe people are going to say Arsenal have done it. That's what I personally believe if we get past Chelsea. Liverpool drop points. Man City dropped points. And this is something Arsenal was not doing in previous seasons. We would never capitalize on these advantages, and Arsenal did it today. Proud of the lads. Smashing work. Go on, you Gooners. So this is your first time joining. Welcome. This is all about Arsenal. Hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Subscribe. And I'll be back with another video. Until the next time, peace.